A country with the population of a single large city neighborhood just stepped onto the massive global stage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, jointly hosted by the United States, Mexico, and Canada. That is exactly what Curaçao just did. A massive underdog story just shuttered the global football landscape. The modern team's success is incredible, but the island's football dream actually started decades ago with a local legend known simply as the Black Panther, and the team plays in his shadow. We reveal the tactical blueprint that allowed 150,000 people to conquer giants. How do you build a team capable of reaching the world's biggest tournament when your entire population is roughly the size of a medium stadium crowd? The island nation of Curaçao, located off the coast of Venezuela, famous for its pastel-colored Dutch colonial architecture and vibrant handelscard waterfront in its capital Willemstad, just set a staggering new record. They are the least populous country ever to qualify for the World Cup. This shatters the ceiling established by Iceland, who qualified for the 2018 World Cup with approximately 350,000 people, more than double Curaçao's population. The small nation's ceiling in football just dropped by more than half. This is not just a statistical anomaly, it is a serious problem for every heavyweight team that underestimated them. The team speaks Papiamento, a unique Creole language, alongside Dutch and English. They have a cultural identity that exists almost nowhere else on Earth. But how did a nation this small access world-class talent in the first place? The answer lies in a political breakup that happened in 2010. The path to this moment required a radical rebirth. Until 2010, the island was the primary territory and seat of government for the Netherlands Antilles, the former Dutch Caribbean political entity. That meant their best players, like future stars Patrick Kluivert and Edgar Davids, were often lost to the Netherlands national team. The former entity had some control over its own affairs, but ultimately the Dutch government called the shots. When this system broke up, it was a political divorce. It forced a sudden independence and a scramble for a new FIFA identity in 2011, when Curaçao joined FIFA as an independent member. This historical moment marks the official starting point of their modern World Cup dream. Suddenly, Curaçao could form its own international team. It was built on a long, hidden football history, having reached third place in the CONCACAF Championship, the Gold Cup precursor, twice, in 1963 and 1969. The former entity had a respectable legacy. But now comes the real problem. How do you find the talent to compete? Curaçao's response was decisive and revolutionary. The island is still a self-governing country within the larger kingdom of the Netherlands, and this complex status became their superpower. Their strategy? Aggressively recruit the Dutch diaspora. This was heritage recruitment at its finest. They targeted players born and developed in the Netherlands who possessed Curaçaoan roots, their ancestral Caribbean home. This was like a company hiring back the descendants of staff who moved overseas decades ago. Suddenly, the national team injected professional top-tier talent into their squad almost overnight. Most players in Curaçao's starting 11 were born and developed in the Netherlands, meaning the small island was tapping directly into the European football infrastructure for world-class development. This isn't just a team, it's a strategic reunion of the island's global diaspora. Subscribe, please. The success is built on this strategic loophole. The strategy extended beyond just players. They imported coaching and technical staff with experience in the highly structured Dutch professional system. They were fighting with a Caribbean heart, but training with a European mind. This rapid professionalization was like a high school baseball team secretly using the training facilities of a major league team. They got the blueprint of a top engineering school. This strategy proved itself quickly. They secured their first major title under the new national identity when they won the Caribbean Cup in 2017. That small victory proved that their controversial strategy was already working. As this transformation allowed them to compete against CONCACAF heavyweights. as this transformation allowed them to compete against CONCACAF heavyweights. This calculated campaign culminated in the critical 0-0 draw against regional powerhouse Jamaica. That nail-biting, decisive moment secured their place among the giants of the world. The qualification for 2026 isn't just a lucky win, it's the payoff for a decade of strategic rebuilding and aggressive heritage recruitment. The world realized something important. When a tiny nation employs tactical clarity, they can redefine what is possible.
The talent runs so deep that football legends like Virgil van Dijk, Patrick Kluivert, and Edgar Davids all share Curaçaoan roots, even though they played for the Netherlands. It shows the sheer volume of talent that was once slipping away. Today, the new team stands proudly on the shoulders of this historic local legacy.
They play their home matches in the Ergilio Hato Stadium in Willemstad, named for El Pantera Negra, the Black Panther. Hato was a legendary local goalkeeper from the 1940s and 50s. The current team plays every match honoring a hero who represents the island's original hidden football dream. They unlocked a pathway for the island to compete globally, turning political history into strategic advantage. From a dissolved federation and a population of just 150,000, Curaçao proved that tactical clarity and heritage recruitment can redefine what is possible in international football. They survived chaos. They survived pressure. They built a world-class team with the strength of a global family. The story is finished.